Come one, come all, and put your math skills to the test. Hey my little angels, and welcome back to another video, you guys. So anyways, this is a tutorial about this new little event that has come out, Rabbit Skulls Archipelago 2022, which is supposed to tie in sort of like an Easter event. We will not be having an official TFM Easter event. We will be having this Lua event, which runs from today, March 24th, till April 21st. So you have almost a month to do this whole event. It's honestly pretty fun, pretty chill. It was very buggy at first. We finally hammered out all the different bugs that was there. There might be still a couple more left, but it's mostly all gone. It's been taken care of. Bolo has been on the job right from the start. And anyways, so the basic rules of Lua events is that they usually come between 45 and 50 minutes. And it varies a little bit, but usually it's around 45 minutes, at least at the time being. So once you start the room, it will start coming around 45 minutes later every time. So each room will have a different timing. And as you know, Lua events, you need 5 or more mice in a room to be able to play. So if you have less than 5 mice, oh, this is another thing I got confirmation on. Let's say it played in a room and then the room dips below 5 players. If it has at least 1 player in the room, you can go back to it and revive the room so that by the time that those 45-ish minutes roll around for that room, you're able to bring it back up to 5 or more players. The event will play. Also, the maximum limit should not be an issue for the most part. Just on the first couple of days when everyone's trying to finish this event, it hits to maximum limits. So if you have 60 or more mice in the room, the event will not play. Once it goes to below 60, the event will play after that. And also around the time when it happened, I realized because the St. Patrick's Day event is still going on. So do not worry, you guys, that is still going to be continuing on. So we'll have it going till around April, I believe, is when that St. Patrick's Day event will end. So when that trade map comes around, if it's at the same time as this Lua event, the Lua event does play after, so it does not cut out that trade room and start playing on top of it. So you will get both maps then. Maybe the timing might be a little bit off in that case, but it does come after a few maps, if not right after. Alright, so in this one, what do we have to do? So once that map rolls around, you have to basically go to each of these nests of eggs. You just walk on top of it. If it doesn't register at first, just go back and forth like a little bit, press your left and right arrow keys or when you're right on top of it, and then it should pop up a math problem. So this math problem that will be going on, it's pretty easy. It's supposed to start easy, and as you keep answering them correctly, it will progress to be a little bit harder, because it's basically just going to start off with like addition and subtraction, then it'll add some multiplication and division, simple numbers, and then like a little bit harder numbers. Sometimes it'll add in 3 different numbers. Speaking of math, here are some tips that can help you out. So I like math, honestly, and so it's pretty fast and chill for me. I haven't done math in like 6-7 years, believe it or not. Like I haven't touched or seen numbers in so long. But anyways, so it starts off simple, as I told you. I would suggest you to keep a calculator application open on your laptop or on your phone. So when you do have those big 2-digit numbers that you have to multiply together and then divide and add and stuff like that, you will have that handy right there and then. But if it'll take you a lot longer to do that, honestly, just put in a random number so that it will be wrong, but it'll take you less time because you won't have to wait as long instead of having to go and get that calculator or application and then type it in and then find the answer out and then plug it into the answer box. That might take you a bit longer, so you may as well just plug in a wrong answer, let it just do its own whatever wrong answer thing that's going to do for a couple seconds, and then move on to your next problem. Another thing, because as you get more advanced, you will have some points where it's you have multiplication, division, and addition and subtraction. You have all that stuff in one of those equations. Remember that you have to do the multiplication and the division first, and then you do the addition and subtraction after. It's as you guys know about PEMDAS, or if you use a different set, so it tells you the order in which you should do it. But make sure that you do the multiplication and the division first. Any of those two, doesn't matter which, and then you do the addition and subtraction after you're done with like the multiplication or the division. So otherwise you'll get the answer wrong. And if there are two negative signs, it'll become a positive. You multiply two negatives number together, it'll become a positive. If one of the numbers is negative and the other is positive, the overall outcome is going to be negative. Simple math stuff, as you guys should know. But in case if any of you guys didn't know, just letting you know. And some of these will come up with non-whole numbers. I want to say irrational numbers, but I don't think that's irrational numbers. This is like really going back like decades. Not decades, I'm not that old, but anyways. So just if it's not a whole number, you can round it up or down by one number. So basically the way this system works, the way Bolo has kept it, is that you can, whatever the correct answer is, it will accept an answer within one number of the actual answer. Let's say your actual answer is 3. That means you can type either 2, 3, or 4 to get the problem right. If the answer is -2, then you can add -3, or it could be -1. Or if the answer is 0, you can do 1 or -1 as well, and you'll still count it correct. So just letting you know, you can be off by 1. So if, like some of them, when you divide it, it's like divide 10 divide by 11, that's not even 1, that's less than 1. So you can count it as 0 or you can count it as 1. It doesn't matter. Either of those will work. Or if your end results came out with 10.88888, that's what your calculator is telling you. Just put in 10, or you could put in 9, or you could put in 11. Either of those numbers are going to work for you. So that's pretty much what I have in terms of tips. If it's too hard, just skip it. It doesn't matter. You don't have to finish everything. It's not like you had to finish certain ones, or last time you already did these, like you already did these hatched eggs, so now you shouldn't do them. You should try doing other ones. There's nothing like that that I know of. So I mean, just go for it. Just do as many as you can. If you can't do it, skip it by putting in a wrong answer and just letting it do its own thing for a couple seconds and then continue on. Not a big deal. Just you can keep track of the sections they're falling. Sometimes there's sections in certain maps which tend to fall a lot more commonly for different maps, so you can try to look out for that and then avoid or make sure to quickly skip off of that area and go on to a different section of that map. So you can do stuff like that too. If you really don't know how to do it and you're still having trouble and all that, just copy and paste that whole thing into Google and get your answer that way, because it'll probably tell you the accurate answer if you just copy and paste it into Google. If you haven't that much time and are able to do it, go for it. You can see as we're going along, I mainly took a lot of pictures because there's no point in me recording like the whole thing of me doing the exact same thing over and over again. So I just took some pictures where I actually got an egg. So that's the thing. When you answer the problem, there is a chance you can get some inventory items, there's a chance you might get an egg, or there's a chance you might get nothing at all. So there is a limit to the inventory items, tickets, and basically the shells and all that. So the limit for that, which Bolo has mentioned, it is in one day, there is a limit of 10 consumables. You can get any number of skins, basically, and 5 golden tickets and 20 seashells. That's the max you can get in a day. So once you've already covered it, you're most likely not going to get anything, and a very rare chance of like the inventory skin. So that's your limits. So once you hit it, you're probably not going to get anything else. This carries on even after you finish the event. You can still go and play the event to try to get some of the stuff or get the limit, the total limit. And you can track the events basically in your /chat events. A lot of people usually put down the room and the timing when it's going to play in there next, or you can keep track of it yourself the way I did throughout this whole event. Basically, I opened my own private chat. I've already told you this in my prior videos, but for those of you who never saw mine prior videos, basically in my own personal notes, so I did /chat QTAngel. In there, I just put, as soon as an event plays in a room, I write down that room name, and I have the timestamp on so I can exactly see what time it is. Basically, I just go through the whole list and I make the order. I don't really check the time much, but once I know, like, okay, 40, just for the first time when the 45 minutes are up, then I go back to that start, and then I start noting it down, and I just follow that order and go to those rooms. All you have to do is, like, open your room window, and wherever you see that it has a player limit out of 50, it's actually supposed to be out of 60. But if you see it wherever it says out of 50, that means the event is playing there, so then you can note it down. Alright, so we have 2 new costumes as well. As you've seen by now, there's a bunny costume, and there's a blue bunny costume, and there is like an Alice in Wonderland bunny costume. I didn't realize it was actually meant to be Alice in Wonderland kind. I guessed that on my own, but great job. So in doing that, so the blue one is Sansao, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, I'm sorry, consumable fur, it's by Bolo Def Choco. And the white rabbit, which is Alice in Wonderland consumable, is made by Chibi. So cute, they're both really nice. I really love the Alice in Wonderland one. You can make a nice outfit with it. So those are the ones that you can get. Every time you get a new egg, you do get one Alice in Wonderland bunny fur, like inventory item, the consumable. So you get that for every time you get a new egg. And there are some eggs which are considered to be rarer than others. I've showing you the list that Bolo sent, showing like the different rarities and all that stuff, all the different, I don't know, data based on the event, so you can see exactly which one are more rare. Those you will get 1 ticket for finding them. It is pretty random for the most part, so you'll just have to keep going. I was able to do most of them pretty fast. I mean, there were a lot of glitches, and there's a point where I couldn't get anything at all. Like physically, it was not giving me a single item or like inventory item even. So I can't tell you the exact time, but with all those glitches and stuff, you could say I was able to finish it in 8 hours. But I'm pretty sure you could do it in half that time if you had no glitches and you have all these rooms that you can hop. Then I think you can do it in 4 to 6 hours, I'm guessing. But I'm not sure because there are a lot of glitches, so I can't really tell the exact time. Because also we couldn't get the prizes at one point, so then we had to fix that to make sure that we could get the prizes even after we completed the sets and all that. So did that, hammered all that out, so we're all good to go now. So these are your 15 different eggs that you can get. You have these rows. So in each of these rows you have 5 eggs. Once you get 5 eggs in each of these rows, there are different prizes for you to get. So basically, you get for completing that first row, you'll get 50 tickets and you'll get this old Eliza badge. And if you don't have it already, if you already have it, make sure you check it before complaining that, oh, I didn't get the badge. Just make sure you might have already had it from the past event. Anyways, then after that, if you complete the second set, which is what took me the longest time, you will get 5 tickets and you'll get the badge, the Easter egg in a chest badge for completing set number 2. The 4th egg took me like roughly 18 game rounds, I think. I've lost count, honestly, but it took a really long time for me to get that last rare egg. I kept on getting the duplicates of the same kind that I already have, so it was pretty useless because you didn't get any inventory items or anything else with it. And then if you complete that 3rd set, you get 5 tickets and you get this orb. For me, like the tickets came at once, the orbs came at a different time. It's all because I completed the sets, but there was a glitch where it didn't give me the prize right away. You have to go and click right after your event map. Now you're able to get the trade map right after that event map. And you just go and click it. Oh, by the way, if you were not on the event map from before, you cannot hop rooms and wait till the trade map comes. It doesn't work. You don't get spawned then. I tried it to check. So yeah, basically then you go to niche, and then you click on niche to get your prize every time. And then once you've completed all your sets, you have to go to niche and you click on niche basically, and you'll get 5 tickets and the title of Voyager. Once you've gotten that title of Voyager, you have completed the whole event. And after completing each of the sets, you will get 10 of these blue bunny furs costume consumables. And so that's why when you complete all of them, that time you've completed your last set and all the sets, that's why you'll get 20 together. So in total, you'll get 40 blue bunny costumes, and you should get like around 15 of the white bunnies because you get 1 for each of the eggs. So that's that. And I believe they might come to the village later on that you can trade it, but I'm not positive. There's no confirmation on that, so just letting you know. And then the awesomeness of Fluffy. So when you go to that trade map, thank goodness it's coming right after every single event map that you had to play, because now you don't have to actually wait to get the trade map as a separate one. You can get the Easter chest, the dragon chest, the Valentine's Day chest. You can get these 3 different chests, so be sure to save your tickets and use them on these chests. It's going to be really useful. And look at this, the Eliza skin costume it has come back, and it only costs 10 seashells. Only 10 seashells. People would pay 200, 250 cc for this, and even 280 cc for this. And now you can get it for 10 seashells. And actually, Bolo had wanted the Eliza skin to be worth 10 tickets. I don't know, maybe there was some sort of miscommunication. Tig didn't really, I don't know what happened, but Tig had to put it for 10 seashells instead of 10 tickets. So now it's a lot easier to get it, so you can thank Tig for making it a lot easier for you guys to get the Eliza skins. And I believe that is covering everything there is to it. Yeah, so let me know if you have any other questions about this. So it'll appear around, you know, 45 minutes. And yeah, just remember there is a limit per day. After a certain point in time, you won't get the inventory items and stuff. So it's best to just like chill out and wait till the next day for it to happen. So that's also there. And also, Bolo did mention when you complete the sets, the tadpole egg was like a mention for Melly's game of Kamaru. I'm not pronouncing that right either, but it's like a frog related game, so that's why they did that. But anyways, it is still pretty cool. There's like a lot of other stuff going on here, but it's really fun. You have so many different prizes you can get. Like, come on, you get a title, you get an orb, and you can get possibly 2 badges. And then you have 2 whole new skins as well. And you have 3 different chests to get if you haven't already. Oh, by the way, from the Easter chest, the shop egg ear item is missing. And apparently from the Valentine's Day chest, 2021 prizes are missing, like the brioche hearts title and the head hearts shop item are missing. Oh, and I also found out that Inspector Cerise from the dragon chest is actually missing as well. So that's also there. So be careful, just buy 1 chest, open 1 chest, buy 1 chest, open 1 chest. Don't buy a whole bunch together, because I bought 2 of them because I knew for sure I was missing 2 of the prizes because they were mentioned on Wiki and I didn't have it. But apparently that title was not put into the chest, so it was not there, so I only got back 40 tickets after spending 50 tickets on an empty chest. So be sure to be aware of that too. And that pretty much covers this whole video. I think it's really fun to do this event. Thank you so much to the whole event squad for coming up with the event. Like, it's really creative. Like, they have a lot of limitations, of course, with the coding and what they can do, but they did a pretty good job. It's pretty fun. And as you can tell, parts of the map does fall off. That is actually not a glitch. When we first played it, we thought it was. Sometimes like the whole map just fell off. That's a glitch. After every certain time period, random parts of the maps will fall off and kill you off. So just hopefully you're not in the wrong place at the wrong time. So that just adds a little bit of a challenge factor. If you get a problem wrong, then there are different things that can happen to you. I tested it out a few times. So either you will become really heavy with like 3 cheeses on your back, you will become a large mouse for a couple seconds, you will freeze in place, or you will have night vision, which is just like everything's dark except for a little circle around you. Or there's also some sort of blast thing, which I don't think I saw. So those are like the few of the different things and some of the traps that happen. If you want to check how many eggs you have and you can't really wait for like the trade map / the event map thing, then you can actually go to room #BOLOLUA, BOLOLUA, and it will show you the eggs, like the eggs that you're missing / the ones that you have. So the dashes mean that you're missing and O's mean that you have it, and you can compare that to this image so you can check which of the eggs you're actually missing. So that can help you out too. And honestly, it's really nice, really fun. Love the whole thing. And so these were some of the traps that I also mentioned to you, the rarities and stuff you can see on your own before, which I showed. And yeah, hope you have an amazing day, guys. Go ahead and thank the event squad for doing everything. They just make the whole game a lot more fun and interesting to play. So have an awesome day, you guys. Bye. QTAngel out. As always, peace.